protect your claim, keep a car accident diary. Keeping a car accident diary is one of the best ways to help you remember all of those important details. The diary will also help to strengthen any claim you make, and it could help you win a settlement. Keeping a diary of how the accident occurred, and how you were affected both physically and mentally is vital. You will also need to record how your life was impacted by the accident in the days and the weeks that followed. One of the best things you can do is to make a note in your diary right away and continue to make a note on a daily basis. Do this until you have completely recovered from all of your injuries. What you should include in your diary. Write a detailed account of the car accident and try to include every single thing that you can remember. Be aware that those small details that seem insignificant right now may turn out to be significant later on. Make a note about what happened, when it happened, and where the accident occurred. Also, make sure you detail how the accident took place. You will also need to include weather conditions, how light or dark it was, and also the names and contact details of witnesses. It may also be beneficial if you include a diagram that details the point of impact, and also where the vehicle stopped and came to rest. You will then need to add a few notes about how the accident affected your life. Keep a diary in a form that you are comfortable with, and keep the information in a ring binder, or on a computer or another device. However you keep your diary, and whatever way you choose to save the information, it's vital that you save it, as you'll need it at a later date. The frequency of entries. You should try to make an entry in your car accident diary as soon as you remember something. Whenever you have something you would like to report, you should enter it into your diary too. To begin with, you're likely to make more entries than you will at a later date, and when your injuries have less of an impact on your daily life. However, it is important that you try to make at least one diary entry per week until your claim is resolved. How keeping a diary can help. In addition to keeping a diary to help you preserve the information you will need when making a claim, you will also need it as a reminder so you can tell your doctor about your symptoms. Use the notes you have kept to update your doctor, as it's easy to forget. You may want to consider giving your doctor a copy of your diary so they can add it to your medical records. It is so important for you to make a note of everything, as it can give more weight to your side of the story, especially if your doctor has a copy of it. Your experiences. You can also use your car accident diary to remind yourself of your recent experiences. Use the information you've entered to give an insurance company a thorough explanation of what happened. You don't have to state that you saw a doctor a few times over a period of 6 months. Simply state that you saw your doctor 9 times and you had physical therapy 21 times, and note the tests that you had. When you are armed with this information, your demand letter will be very precise and specific. Your demand letter will show the insurance company that you know exactly what you are doing. This will help to increase the chances of the other driver's insurance company paying you a fair settlement figure. If you decide to hire a lawyer, you should give them your diary, as they will know how to use it to strengthen your personal injury case. Adding photographs. It would be helpful if you included photographs of your injuries, as they can speak volumes. By the time your case is taken to court, your scars and bruises may have healed a little, so make sure you get photographic evidence. You may also want to think about adding photographs of slings, casts, and braces that you need to use while you recover. Photographs of these can help to show the pain and suffering you are going through. Be aware your diary may be seen by others. Please be aware that if your case ends up in court, your diary may be seen by others. In other words, your diary may be discoverable, which means the attorney representing the other driver can make you give them a copy of your diary. They may do this so that they can use your entries against you. If you have made accurate entries that reflect your experiences, you should not worry. However, please be aware that your diary could be seen by a judge, a jury, and an adversary. This is why it's important for you to keep your entries correct and somewhat business-like. If you have made the decision to keep a diary, it can be disclosed to others if your case ends up in court. However, if you decide to keep a diary at the request of your lawyer, it may be protected by the attorney-client privilege. This means that you will not have to share it with anyone unless you want to use it as evidence. If you have sustained an injury due to being involved in a car accident that was the fault of another drive, please contact a personal injury lawyer as soon as you can, as you may have a personal injury claim.